thinking it's been recording. Well, if I was talking to myself, it suddenly stopped yesterday. I don't know why. I've always said if I have one of these, I'd take that W badge off. A nightmare. What was I dreaming about? It's him! Yeah, believe it or not, I'm only pretending. Believe it or not, I was dreaming about Henry Cole. We were on a market stall and Henry Cole was on another stall selling motorbike tin plate stuff and souvenirs from his show and pictures of himself. I've been thinking about that motorbike do a couple of weeks ago in Birmingham. I like to have gone. And he was there with genius mechanic Alan Millyard with his 6-cylinder Kawasaki. This is that find it, fix it, fanny around and flog it. Yeah, I like to have gone. I once suggested to one of the motorbike shops, I said, why not get a course, fill it with 50 people? Oh, it's a Goldwing one. I've seen all these before. 65 miles. It's a bit rough for 66 miles, look at that. Doesn't it annoy you when you're buying fines in general? Why do some sods just leave stuff to rot in buying? Same with classic cars. Either get them back on the road or sell them or use them, not just let them rot. It's really annoying. I've just been watching a thing about Brooklands earlier. Not finished. Secrets of the Transport Museum, all about Brooklands and the exhibits they have. Oh, yeah. Even that, the racing heritage of Brooklands, and I think Yamaha UK, or is it Suzuki, have built on half of the bloody racing circuit. You have a Concorde there, which is aircraft, as well as bikes and cars and racing cars, and even an old fire engine and other big vehicles, you know. I've always thought, would you not have a vintage car like that, or an old car, but with a modern engine in? You know, the same principle as Triumph motorbikes, make a modern Triumph look old and they'll sell. And that concept works, but this, I'd love to drive a vintage car like that, customise the seat so I can fit in it, with a simple to use modern automatic engine maybe. I think they'd sell well. Just this week I sent a message to Carol Nash because it said we are at Norton HQ this afternoon talking to the managing director of Norton UK. I'm burning daylight here, look at this. Sun on a Saturday instead of pissing rain like it has been for the past few weeks. Yeah, Carol Nash said, any questions? I said yes, and I've been, what's it called, TVS in India owns the Triumph brand, and the Indians own BSA as well. I said, tell him if he wants to make loads of money, instead of trying to sell 20 grand Nortons with all new ideas, and like the 961 was at £17,000, and he sold a few to those that could afford them, but to make lots of money, churn out a replica of the SS 650 and with a Norton badge on, it'd sell very well if it was cheap, like the Royal Enfield Interceptor success story. I said, could even do a deal with Royal Enfield, get some engines off them, but cast with the Norton name on the castings of the crankcase, and I think they'd sell very well. Same with BSA. BSA made a 650 twin, put the badge on it, it'd sell just for us people that are into the nostalgia. Not think. So there we are, vintage cars with a modern engine. BSAs, and Norton SS650 replica. I like that Kawasaki W800, and there's a red one I've seen online, and I thought, yeah, with BSA badge on that, just as a little point of interest. There's a 3D effect coming through. I don't think it does it, on 2D? Last Sunday, I thought I'd fix my shower by taking the socket off, jiggling it, checking the wires, put it back. Oh, it's working again. Well, it wasn't working, because last Sunday, full of soap suds and wallop, stopped dead. So I called a local plumber, a chap that knows my mum and knew my dad, and he's fitted a new Triton. The other one was called a Myra Zest, and he's fitted this. I've chucked all the old rusty bloody, they're only £8.99, it was just £8. Why I kept my rusty one for so long, I don't know. But when he left, I'd noticed he hadn't silicone round here, and he said something, oh, do you have to breathe? I thought, well, I'm not having a bloody gap and risk getting electrocuted. Breathe my arse. Does anyone know? Because surely they'll breathe from underneath. I've left a gap underneath, but I've silicone round here, around the sides, and that little gap on the top. Surely if water gets behind, there's a risk of it frazzling and me getting electrocuted. Maybe you're trying to bump me off. And also it says when it come with a crappy chrome pole, a really thin, tinny, shitty thing. I bought British, you see, Triton's a British brand. I hope it's not all made in China, but that, well, I suppose it's alright, but he said, I'll have to drill another hole and blank it off with grout. I said, drill another hole. Yeah, it doesn't match up with your old plastic one. I said, oh. And I said, I've got a gold pole downstairs. That's my pole, the gold one. Yeah, you see. That's my pole. I thought I could cut it to length and use the old holes. I said, leave it to me, I'll fit my own pole, so I don't have to drill into the bloody tiles and fit a roll plug and fight around. So there we are, sorted. And with me being rather tall, it's just about on the limit there. That's about right, isn't it? So, job's a good one. How much? £200 fitted. And yes, I've tested it. I've put grommets on with his little duck. Just as a little touch. I was going to put that on, but that'll just look silly. Or would it? No, that might have been better. Rusty. Flat bottom though. Yeah, it wouldn't have gone on the curve. So I'll leave him there. It gave me the chance to clean my shower as well, but I've missed a bit there. when I have a shower, I'll do that bit I've missed. It gets grimy grout, doesn't it? I did this ceiling out of thin tongue and groove with a little decorative edge, bit of beading all the way around. Only problem I had, it wasn't quite square in one of the corners. But yeah, before it was just wood chip paper. Good tongue and groove, innit? Stained with antique pine wood stain, made by Ron Seal, waterproof. And added the plastic ivy, that's from eBay, as you can probably have seen downstairs. I've got lots of plastic ivy everywhere. Made a method, it's like, what's that film, Grandeur or something, with Robin Williams. Hello. Jumanji, that's it, innit, Jumanji. So it's £100. I cleared my account, so I've borrowed. Clear my account paying him cash. It's not payday for 2 weeks, so I've borrowed 700 off interest-free deal again. Off Lloyds. Whenever I'm in the doo-doo. I had 2 letters last week, one from MBNA, one from Lloyds, saying exactly the same thing. 20 months interest-free. I thought, yeah, 700. 2 to pay for the shower, 5 to put in my account so it lasts till next payday. I shall work overtime, it was offered today and tomorrow, but I'm sorry, I'm 57, I'm knackered. And I took some chocolates in yesterday because I've been there exactly 8 years. So I took some chocolates in for the girls and boys. I'll lie down here. I know, Saturday's a lazy day for me. Shouldn't do really, but some people age better than others. I've worked hard all my life in labouring jobs. It tells on you in your old age. Old age 57. It's another 3D. Dragon over Whitby, having just set fire to Whitby Abbey. Not very nice, is it? Yeah, Jack Daniels. You see, Jack Daniels. It's a 3D picture. Have you had the new fire? Is it new? New flavours, apple or fire? And Jack Daniels fire tastes like Benedictine. Quite tasty. Had some in the pub in summertime when I went with a mate. So, sunshine, yes, sunshine. Sunshine and showers. Ginger came up earlier. He was very poorly yesterday, but he's made a full recovery. I was in the kitchen, I just fed him. Ginger went in the front room and I heard a wah, 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 and then he puked up. So I put him on his comfy cushion and cleaned his puke up. And when I came back again, wah, wah, he puked up again. So I cleaned this, put the cushion cover in the wash. Luckily it zips off. And he's fine. I went to work an hour late. And I rang my mum. Said, I'll come down and see how he is. So she come down at 3:30. I said, no, he's fine. So, rather than a quick dash to the vet, someone said, get them cats to the vet. It's not necessary, we all get ill. Don't have to rush to the doctor if we're ill and puking up or a bit off colour. And I'm not going to face a big bloody bill for hundreds of pounds either. For nothing. It's just you probably ate something nasty. Or maybe a mouse had left a deposit on some food and that made him ill. Caught another mouse in one of those traps last week. I'll mop the floor later. Yeah, so that's a Triton. Apparently you can enter a competition to win £100. Made in Britain, see, made in Britain, not imported. chocolate powder. Started making delicious milkshakes with that Triumph cup as a shaker. Cheap chocolate powder from Morrison's, it's delicious. But because you add water to that, so if I put milk in halfway, powder halfway, or near there, shake it up. It's delicious. 99p for that big bag. Make your own milkshake, because them fridge, I like the fridge ones. Have you heard of fridge? F-I-I-J-J. It costs a bloody fortune. Same with smoothies, innit? Them innocent smoothies are delicious, but they cost a packet, so I used to make my own. Not smoothie maker, but when I didn't feel any benefits after a few months, I sort of abandoned my healthy eating routine. Yeah, that's what I got from Blackpool ages ago. Alan, why didn't you buy one of them from Blackpool? Frightened Wendy with it. New arrivals this week. That's for the little YBI. There was a plain one, and I thought, should I get an L plate one? Would you get any more respect on the road if you had an L plate? Would people try to overtake? I've had people with their headlights in my mirror. And I thought, well, I'm doing 45 in a 50. Do they really want to get past that badly? That YBR only does 45 up the hill to the next town, but on the flat it'll do 50, 55. But I could always put it that way. And to mount it, £4.99 for these. I'm glad they still sell them. I got some years ago, slightly different design, but they light up red. To show you with that doorbell battery. Yes, 12 volt doorbell battery, MN21 Duracell, and you can test little LED lights with them. This looks a quality item. We've even insulated it there on the joint. They haven't put any silicone in. I'm going to put some clear silicone around the bulb and in the back later. Yes. Doesn't look very bright, but it's bright enough, isn't it? And I'll wire them to the brake lights. I did that on my X4 years ago. So I used them with a washer. Rear mud flap, stop it splattering. Actually, probably doesn't splatter much, but I just saw them and thought, yeah, £7.99, £5, why not? As for them crash bars, I'll put them against the Hornets and I'm going to have to take the belly pan off and either make holes in it or just get shut of it because it has got a few cracks in. In fact, because it has cracks in, I don't mind making holes in the belly pan, but that's a weird concept. This concept again. A weird way of fitting them. There's a long bar, but why not just bolt them into the thread? You have to take a bolt out, put a long bar in with spaces. I thought, why not just bolt it? I have some bolts, but could always order some M8s or M10s, whatever they are, and bolt them. That front bit, it says on the engine mount you may have to remove the plastic plug. And I thought, well, why? Just leave everything in place and put a bolt in. But I'm going to faff around with that next spring. I'm not arsing around with that now. On the backyard floor in winter, despite the sunshine, everything's sopping wet. Yes, I've got my winter commuting helmet out. The other one's here till next spring. There's one in spring, LS2 blue and high vis, and the complete high vis in winter. With my third camera on. Gloves are drying. I got bloody soaked yesterday. Soaked I was. Put big lights on. Put big lights on. That's it. Well, I got some new jeans as well. I said to the boss at work, I said we shouldn't have to buy our own work jeans, should we? 25 to 20 pounds. Can you not supply work jeans, please? I said the crotch keeps wearing out because we walk 5 miles a day. I don't want to know about a worn crotch. I said no, I'm just saying. And I found them, 44 waist, 36 leg, $19.99, including post. That's alright, isn't it? £5 cheaper than usual. My back jacket dry. Just about with a dehumidifier on. Yeah, hoops everywhere. Oop. Good job cat wasn't sat there. Ginger's cushion cover. Not dry yet. Yeah, I got them hoops from the pound shop. 2 hoops for £1. That's on Freeview. Not Henry Cole again. Oh, what a strange dream. I suppose if you watch stuff enough, you'll dream about it, won't you? That's me washing. I'm waiting for the second load to finish and I'll hang it all up on that rack. Oh, what's to see wick things? Oh, 4 in your bed. I like watching that. They're very snobbish about Blackpool whenever they feature Blackpool. When they're even just driving in, not my cup of tea at all, very sleazy. Sod off. Gobshites. Well, I'll make another brew. Put the mud flap on, wire the lights up, but you have to check the seat off, and to get the seat off you have to check the side panels off. Like I said, I should get my bike out, shouldn't I? My big horn out. I thought of going over to Shorrock's, a mate at work, one of the security lads actually. I like that little bike, stylish little thing. I said, yeah, it's not very fast. Well, it don't matter, I've only got a learner licence. If you're ever thinking of selling it, I said, well actually, the chap that gave me it said, if you ever need to sell it, Steve, feel free and trade it in if it's not suitable. But really I need something that'll do a motorway speed, because that road will be terrible in winter. It's just very hilly, whereas the motorway is a gradual slope. But the other road, when it gets icy, I locked the back wheel up on another rainy day, was it Monday or Tuesday, it was just pissing down. And a taxi in front jammed his brakes on, so I jammed my brake on and the back end snaked. We should always just tootle along, not rush behind other vehicles, let other vehicles get ahead. So that'd be good. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350 single KD motorcycles, just showing someone. Congratulations to Gary, it said, just bought a Royal Enfield Meteor 350, but you never see any second hand, do you? You never see any second hand Interceptors. The people buy them and just keep them forever. Well, that's all for now. That's what annoys me about this. It's all tit for tat. They found a pubic hair in the bathroom. and you pull the shower drain thing out. Mine doesn't come out, mine's silicone. So he's mindful of hers as well. But you can put Mr. Muscle down, that melts hers, doesn't it? But these are environmentally friendly ex-teachers, you see, so all theirs are natural products. Which means the drains were full of hers, and there was rust underneath the bog on the fittings. Talking of which, it just reminded me, someone mentioned my idea, as anyone else had that idea. If you're slightly overweight, i.e. 22 stone like me, old plastic seats wobble about, don't you? No matter how much you tighten a bloody 2 bolts, they move about. So I got a wooden seat and it still moved about, although not as badly. It was a good quality Belvedere seat, and it had an insert in the porcelain, a plug which you put the bolt through, so it didn't move as much, but it still moved. So I got them from Aldi, although any hardware shop sells 90-degree brackets, fitted 4 into the wood with sticky pads and 4 little screws, and it doesn't move an inch, but they are going rusty, so I got some more from Aldi. They'll last for years because there's about 16 in there. Oh, 12. So that's another little job. Look at that t-shirt, I got that from a bike rally years ago. Quite expensive, it's meant to glow in the dark, but I don't know if it does or not. Right, now the washing's done, I can go and have a shower, can't I? So I'll test the shower again, see if it blows up. I know, wasting a day of sunshine, but if there's nowhere to go, I'm one of them people that don't just tootle around normally, unnecessarily. I like to go somewhere, either a shop or an event. It's alright, that's not dirty, it's just me blowing my nose this morning. Yeah, can you see rust? 45-degree brackets. So, they'll be nice and shiny again. Belvedere wooden seat. It's a breath climbing in. In fact, the plumber said they're the steepest stairs I've ever seen. I said, well, they're 1855 tiny row of terraced houses. So yes, they're steep because of the space. That's the full width of the house. So of course they're steep. To get a 3-foot square landing, well not even that, 2 foot and a bit landing. I bet that were his work boots. Let's put a dirty patch on. That's another little cleaning job. Yeah, so steep stairs. Even my old grandma, lived here from wartime until she had to go in the old folks home. I fell down them stairs 3 times over the years. They're terrible. I never liked that little house, because she used to live in a nice house with gardens front and back, but when wartime started she moved here to be near her mum who lived nearby. Yeah. A mate of mine, did I tell you, the reason I put all them jackets at the bottom and a padded bedding box, my old school pal Gary Clarkson, fell downstairs after a few too many drinks and landed on his neck and died, aged 44. A few years ago, 15 years ago or so, whatever. Poor lad. So when I read that, put all them jackets up. We've all done that, haven't we? Gone to bed a bit shaky and fall backwards, and if you land badly, it's curtains, sadly. Not shower curtains, but cemetery curtains. Right, you can turn it backwards, little lights on. Not exactly a power shower. I said to that plumber, I says, in Argos, it says, power shower, press a button to have it blast out. No, this'll be fine. Oh, it's hot already. There isn't the economy, let's try the economy. Economy setting. So does that use less power? And does it not get quite as hot? Finally not, what's that? 7. Probably have to be on full if it's on economy. It's sufficient though, it's coming out alright. I can hear a hum. Economy, still a bit cool. Yeah. So 9. On economy, that's about right. Yeah, economy 9. That should do it. I could always bang it up to 10 if it's still a bit chilly. Lynx Africa or Sesame Street. Yeah, so there we are, a new washer after the other one went pear-shaped after 15 years. He said, you've done very well actually, 15 years is very good. I said, oh well, can't complain. Myra are good though, aren't they, good mate? So that was why it lasted so long. This Triton hopefully will last equally as long. Right, I'll knock this off. There we are, finished. Yeah, that's where the switch is, behind the John Lennon poster. With me toilet duck. Or maybe that. Yeah, because it's got bleaching, I think that makes metal rust. I'll leave that on till tonight and wash it off. Sorry, I noticed a bit of clinker, I really didn't see it earlier. Well, we all do it, don't we? Oh, budget breakfast. Oh, I've left them lights on. What I normally do in winter is live in this middle room, put the fire on, draw that across, which is a shower curtain, and it's a New York City skyline. Meant to keep drafts out, you know, keep it warm in here. But I think I'll go in the other room. Let's see how Ginger is. I hope he's not dead. Is he? Hey, where's your cushion, Ginger? You alright, baby? Ah, you're a lot better today, aren't you? Ah, my little boy. Yeah, lovely little boy, aren't you? Your cushion cover's drying, baby. Have to wait. He says, where's my big cushion that goes there? Hey. You were going, wow, wow, and puking, weren't you, twice? You just have a bad tummy? Yeah, you're not poorly, are you? You're better health than me. You right, Blackie? Ah. Where's Bobby? Outside catching more mice. Hmm? Oh yeah, last weekend I had a shock. I was sat here watching the telly. I heard a scratching down here, so I put the lights on, and guess what run across here and under there? A bloody brown mouse in front of my 3 cats. But the day after, last Sunday morning, there was a brown mouse in the trap. So, did we catch it? Hey, Ginger? Bloody mouse. I had to take these back in there. I brought his water and some cream in when you were poorly. Yeah. You're a very healthy boy now, yeah. On your bad tummy, yeah. Yeah, good boy. I thought maybe, what if the mouse had been in his biscuits and deposited some crap or something, and he swallowed it, and that's what made him ill. I was going to wash my work fleece. Be alright, I think. Right, well, when I get dressed, I'll put that on. Is it worth filming it? And which side should I use? L plates. or a blank. And 2:30. It'll be dark shortly. I'm still in my dressing gown. I've removed all my bike jackets because me and Bandit Nev are gonna have a game of darts. I told you Saturday was my day of rest. I need it as well after 5 days of hard work. So I relax with another brew. And there's no time to do that mud flat, but it's not urgent, is it? That can wait as well. I'll just pull my Darth Vader towel across in case I miss. Yeah, David Prowse, I've met him at the Manchester Film Memorabilia Fair. There was a Beatles bash next door and your ticket included a visit to the Film Memorabilia Fair. And I thought, well, I'm not interested in anything, but I'll have a look. And who was sat at a table looking fed up? David Prowse, Darth Vader. And he was on TV the night before in Frankenstein and a Monster from Hell in a hairy suit, like a hunched over gorilla type of thing with a bald head. And he's been in all sorts, hasn't he? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy playing a minder, Clockwork Orange. And he looked fed up. I said, hello Mr. Prowse, and he stood up using a crutch. He was bad with arthritis, wasn't he? Hello, I said, it's a pleasure to meet you Mr. Prowse. I said, you were on telly last night. Frankenstein and the Creature from Hell, the Monster from... That's right. You didn't record it, did you? I said, no, I've not got that in my collection. Oh, I said, it'll be on again. It was on the satellite. It'll get repeated. I said, you're in the Benny Hill show as well last week. That's right, the Wishing Well scene. I said, yeah. And he brightened up, you know. I said, oh, you're selling your autograph. £5, I'll have one, thank you. She wrote, to Steve, David Prowse is Darth Vader. So yeah, a nice friendly chap. Oh, this is my Chuck Nev. The L. No, that was a warm-up 30. That was a warm-up. I'm using my crafty Cockney flights. Only cheap darts, nothing fancy. Let's try again. Right, this is a Chuck. Let's Stephen first. Just above the treble. 18, that's not consistent, is it? 58. Oh no, sorry, 41. Oh, on the way. Missing that buckle. Missing bullshit. Oh, that Hornet's, oh, we'll do. My biker's gearbox from Matlock Bath. I've used that Hornet thingy as a zip pull on there. Meant to be a keyring, but I thought it might be scratchy. There's my usual waistcoat and fasteners. Doesn't need any fancy fasteners on. Right, so 41 to beat now. Let's see how you do. That's a 1. Oh, let's go for the treble. I'm sorry, Neville. You failed miserably. That's a pint of Foster's you owe me. Let's try again. First time I've thrown a dart for years. You have to be consistent, don't you? Them lads on the telly never miss the 20 or the treble. Only did he manage doing a 9 darter. Try for the bullseye. Miles off. Cobblers to it. Kelly Brooks, November pause. Yeah, November would have that effect, I suppose, if it's frosty. I'm just going to make myself one of those milkshakes I mentioned. My mum came down with it when she come down to check on Ginger. Chicken broth, Pete slices. You've probably seen my milk pudding. She's concerned about me eating crap. Oh, she brought that down as well last week, which I've not had. Carrot and coriander. Doesn't that smell funny? I prefer chocolate milkshakes. And a mate at work said, what? He said, oh, you not get the chocolate? I said, what? Ambrosia made chocolate pudding many, many years ago when my niece was a little girl. I've been making chocolate pudding for years using that powder on standard macaroni pudding, which I used to call little cartes, because they're little rings, aren't they? Or a rice pudding. Put loads of powder in, stir it up, put it in the microwave. What's that, Uncle Stephen? I said, it's my chocolate pud. What? I said, yeah, I'll make you some. And she loved it. She scraped her plate. So I took some pictures and I've had a photo printed in. I sent them to Ambrosia. I said, my niece loves my chocolate pud. Why not make a chocolate rice pudding and call it pud? Rice pud for kids. And I got ignored, and now they're bloody selling it. So did someone open my letter, see my picture, and go, oh, I'll keep this idea to myself and tell the bleeding bosses, eh, and get all the credit. Who's this, ratter? Nah, take it in the bin, eh? You know what I mean? Pinching ideas. Although maybe they're sort of chocolate pud too. I mean, you haven't called it, if it said chocolate pud, I might be concerned of breach my copyright idea. Time for the ride. Well, it's for my belly actually. Nice cold. Chocolate milkshake. Made with a cheapo Morrison's chocolate powder, 99p for a big bag. The savouries. And some semi-skim milk. So, yeah, that's last night's pizza. I had 2 bottles of Peroni with a pizza, American spicy with doner meat on the top. So there you are, I do eat healthy. That's ready to glug now. Just thought I'd mention it. Ginger's wondering where his big cushion is. Let's have a look. I'm going to swap to the other room now. Oh, where's he gone? Where's Ginger gone? Yeah, now I've jacked Sky to save £39 a month. I had a shock because I've got loads of stuff on Sky Plus. It's just full of bike stuff. Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, School for Scoundrels, which gave me the idea for my wolf whistle. Terry Thomas's Bellini sports car had a wolf whistle on. John Lennon, Antiques Roadshow, Paul McCartney, Dad's Army, Lennon, Linda McCartney, Car SOS, Concert for George which I'm on, Motorbike Show, motorcycles, and yet you can't access them because I've jacked Sky in. You think I would be able to still have them bloody, I thought they're tight sods. Open all hours. Shane with Alan Ladd, The Rebel, Tony Hancock, Beatles, Kind of Loving, Motorbike Show, Dad's Army. These Are the Damned, that film with Shirley Ann Field and Oliver Reed on a motorbike. Deliverance, Burt Reynolds, a cool dude, coolest dude ever. Cooler than Clint Eastwood, weren't he, when he were young, in Deliverance especially. And 2 benders, hillbilly benders that attacked them chaps, and Bert's there anyway, his bow and arrow. Harry Enfield, I don't like Harry Enfield much, but I like his Scousers. I think that Scousers go to London. See all this stuff, it's not even a fifth across yet. Liar. Oh, Logan's Run with Jenny Agutter. Motorhead, live at Wacken, 2011. Saxon, live at Wacken. I like a bit of heavy metal. Kelly's Heroes, Clint Eastwood again. Cats. American Werewolf in London, Jenny Agutter. Fawlty Towers, Beatles, Liz Fraser. The Wicker Man with Alan Wood. And Brit Eklund, of course. She's on Twitter, she responded to one of my comments saying, no need to be coarse. I thought, well, I was commenting on her naked bottom in The Wicker Man. Slapping her ass, that were coarse. I'm not coarse. Mutiny on the Bounty with Marlon Brando. Ryan's Daughter. Les Dawson. I'll never read. Paul McCartney. Magnum Force, Clint Eastwood. Dr. No. Ursula Andress. She's gorgeous in that. Do Not Steal My Shells. Queen live at Wembley. Folk music. Yes, Miss Jones. Rising Damp. Yes, Miss Jones. Chuck Berry. Dusty Springfield. Fred Dibner. Coogan's Bluff. Clint Eastwood. National Lampoon's European Vacation. That was funny, wasn't it? In Germany when he started thumping them. Tremolos, Beat. Sounds of the 60s, The Quiet Man, John Wayne, and the lovely Maureen O'Hara. Willy Wonka. Status Quo in Montreux. Journey to the Centre of the Earth, that's a classic film I love. Bike is Born. Bee Gees, One Night Only. I started a joke, made the whole world cry, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. New Avengers, that Nazi one when they were trying to revitalise Hitler. Gorgeous Joanna Lumley. World's Greatest Motorbike Ride. See, I've recorded a few of them. All of which not available. Miserable Sods. So just on Freeview now. Yeah, he's cut these bleeding subscriptions. Charlie, that's the one with bloody... That's a crap one, isn't it? Did you like the new one with him? Johnny Depp. I think it's shit. He hasn't got the charm of the original with Gene Wilder. They ruined it, you don't think? He's called Deep Roy, isn't he? The chap who plays all the Oompa Loompas. You alright, baby? You still okay? Not being sick? It was just a little one-off, weren't it? With some bad food. Yeah, good. Yeah. So I think I'll call it a do at that. Sorry, no bike. Sorry, 10 to 3. It'll be dark in an hour. I cleared all the toys out of here. Ginge wouldn't go in, so I put his favourite cushion in. Why can't cats stay kittens all their lives? They get old and bored and not playful, don't they? Chinch, little baby. Oh, I clean my Peroni, empties away, and then suck my chocolate milkshake. Goodbye. Yeah, little boy. I thought you were dying, Ginger. Yeah. If you saw me walking, hello, Bobby. You alright? You're still a bit wild, aren't you, Bobby? She used to live outside with Scruffy the stray. It still acts a bit strange. Sorry for this nonsense, but you know, it's Saturday, my day of rest. I've done nothing but walk about and up and down stairs. I'm tired again. I'm going to sit down with my milkshake and have a... not watching that bloody Johnny Depp. I think I think that's the same chap that did Pirates of the Caribbean and The Ninth Gate. That's a good film of his, isn't it? Ninth Gate, hunting those rare books. Anyway, bye for now. Can't believe that. Chocolate pudding. Cheeky sods, pinching. If I'd have made my own, I could be a millionaire by now. Chocolate pud. Well, I've just been channel hopping. The ginger on my knee, and I had to get up for my helmet because it was just started. Henry Cole, world's greatest motorcycle rides, Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, Australia. I'm glad Quest is still on Freeview then. Who needs Sky? Is this part 2? Are these on Sky Plus? Are the Land's End John O'Groats one, the Isle of Man, both on a Norton 961. Germany one on a KTM, I think he had. And he had 2 in Australia and 2 in New Zealand, both the North and South Islands. So this is not part 2. Big place, isn't it? I think you need about 10 shows to cover Australia. But did he ever mention Northern Australia when it's all swamps and jungles? Is it not very well populated up there? I think the entire population is a lot less than the UK, and yet the landmass is bigger than the entire continent of Europe. I'll put a little map somewhere. I'll relax and watch this. Maybe have a little snooze. Like I said, it's a lazy, crazy Saturday. That's good camera, Henry. I rarely take pictures with me 2 cameras these days because I take stills off this helmet camera. Because they're quite reasonable pictures and they've date stamps as well. That's a good thing for bringing back memories. The corrugated iron riveted to a camper. Yeah, looks a bit dusty. Look at that land train. Is that beer? Transporting beer across the deserts.